Today I thought we'd talk about the luxury items that I've been loving so far this year, otherwise known as my luxury favorites. Now, of course, it's always great to talk about new things, unboxing new items, but as somebody who is in a phase in life of consolidating my collection as opposed to adding just for the sake of more is more, and in terms of like being sustainable as well, I thought it'd be quite nice to share the items that I've been using and loving to death. So in this video, I've got one item type for each luxury category, if you will, that we're going to go into. I will share why I love it, show some mod shots and things like that, and I'll also be sure to add links in the description below where relevant so that you can check it out after watching this video if you do so wish. So let's get started with the first item category on the list, and that's ready to wear. And it's actually items from a new brand that I've discovered. Some of you may know it already, some of you may not, and that is Lily Silk. Two of them actually I bought maybe a month or so ago, and then the other three items that I have were ones that were kindly actually gifted to me by Lily Silk themselves. And of course, as is in the name, Lily Silk is known for their beautiful silk investment pieces. They cover a wide product range, so it can be from blouses, pajamas, pillowcases, bedding sets, you name it, they probably have it if it's in silk. And in particular, they're known for using mulberry silk, which is a type of silk that has a lot of beauty benefits, not just to the skin and hair. And obviously, we know a lot of benefits that come with silk being breathable, sleep promoting, anti-aging, but it's also very, very elegant to wear. It's very sleek and refined. I love personally wearing silk because it looks great and it makes you feel great too. And I feel like in my current style journey, I've definitely evolved towards having more longer lasting fabrics, higher quality fabrics. And with silk, it's so smooth and tightly woven that it helps your skin retain natural moisture, unlike other synthetic materials and even materials like cotton, which obviously is more natural, but it's definitely a lot more absorbent. And I love that they are a brand that doesn't just talk shop about being sustainable, but they actually promote it very widely on their social media, on their websites. And actually, when you get your items, they're all with sustainability packaging and a lot of materials as well. So you can learn more about their recycling, their zero waste production as well. They use environmentally sourced fabrics as well, and they're using natural fibers, which is of course amazing. And so you know that with every single item that you get, you don't have fast fashion involved, you don't have unethical practices being used, their items are toxin free, and they have a lot of innovation when it comes to sustainability that they're using to change the game in the silk industry. And it just makes you feel good as a consumer to be conscientious and to support brands that really do want to make a positive change in this industry. So without much further ado, let me show you the 5 items that I've gotten. Like I mentioned before, 2 of them I bought myself, and then Lily Silk very kindly reached out to share their new spring collection with me. The first 2 items that I got were, first of all, their iconic sleepwear sets. Their silk pajamas are divine. I've been after silk pajamas for so long. I've previously had satin, and of course satin is a cheaper alternative to silk, but it's not the same. And so I wanted to take the plunge and have some nice silk pajamas as an investment into my sleep. Okay, we spend a lot of time sleeping. I think if you live to like 80 or 90, you spend 30 years sleeping or something crazy like that. So you want to sleep not just in style, but you also want those skin benefits as well. And these are great not just in the colder months to regulate your temperature, but also in the warmer months. You won't sweat as much as you would like a cotton or a synthetic material, right? And I just love how these look. They are so sleek and so chic as well. And I absolutely love this kind of midnight blue color with the yellow or gold piping on it. So it's absolutely an item that I use pretty much every day. I'm probably going to invest in other sets as well. For reference, I got myself a size XS and it fits perfectly, not too tight, but also not too baggy. And I absolutely love it. You know, if I now answer the door for the postman, I will look so chic. And next up, the other item that I also bought is a pair of wool herringbone style trousers in this beautiful blackened grey checkered print. I've been looking for the perfect smart trouser for work and for casual in this kind of refined, some will say quite luxury, but I just like to think elegant and chic and timeless. style that I really want to build the perfect capsule wardrobe. So I thought these trousers were absolutely perfect. I've looked from so many other brands, but they don't just make it quite like this. It's high-waisted, but it's also not super long and baggy. But it falls at just the right point on your ankles, so it doesn't cut you off, especially if you are a lot shorter build. But it's absolutely perfect. It elongates the legs so, so nicely. I love that it's got really deep pockets as well. It's got hidden fastenings. I got this in a size, I believe, US 4. They have very comprehensive sizing charts, and you can even do like a sizing quiz as well, which is amazing. And these again are the perfect capsule wardrobe transitional piece, and I've honestly worn this to death for the last month or so that I've owned this, and it pairs wonderfully. Moving on to the other 3 items that Lily Silk sent over. And spoiler alert, I'm actually wearing one of the Lily Silk tops right now. It's a beautiful creamy beige turtleneck top with this beautiful cable knit running throughout. It almost has a glittery look to it in certain lights, which I absolutely love. It's a little bit golden, which is amazing. And it's the perfect neutral top for basically all year round. Like in autumn and winter, I can pair this with a nice chunky cable knit, which I've done so actually recently, and it looks great. And you can pair it with a nice flowing skirt, which I've loved wearing a lot as well. Or you can pair it with Bermuda shorts, like white Bermuda shorts, which look amazing, chef's kiss, or long high-waisted trousers as well. And I also love wearing these with high-waisted trousers, which are kind of flared at the bottom. They look great. But you can also wear them with skinny jeans. I find this to be a very versatile top. Again, another perfect capsule wardrobe addition. Then the other top that I have is this beautiful silk kind of like t-shirt, and it's got this beautiful ribbed detail that you can see here. I think it's in this dark navy. You could see it's maybe almost black in certain lights. It can be styled up or down really, really easily, and it's great for all year round too. And I just love the collar detail as well. I'm really trying to buy more into those collars because I love the idea of popping them up as well. It's very, very chic. I've also gotten this as a side note in a size S if you are interested as well, and the fit is impeccable. It's not too tight and it's not too baggy. Now moving on to the final item, which I will do my best to do it justice because it's not great on a hanger, but I will try it on for you because it's so, so stunning. And it's this gorgeous green, like pastel minty green silk dress. Now, all you can see is like this slip dress, right? But when I insert the cutaway clips, it is such a showstopper. Of course, you will need to make sure that you have the right bra arrangements for it or coverage, but this back detail is such a standout piece, and you've got lots of fastenings at the top neckline area to make sure everything stays in place. Super, super flattering though, really a wow dress, and I absolutely love wearing it because it makes me feel $1 million. So this is perfect for an evening event, but I think also if you don't want to show the daring back, you could probably put a cardigan over it, belt it up or something. The maintenance I forgot to mention on all of these items is pretty low. I often associate silk with being quite high maintenance, but actually now that I have a steamer, it is honestly a game changer. I just do this quick steam for like 1 minute, if that, per item, and they look amazing. Now those are the 5 items I love so much. I'm always eyeing up further eye candies on their website. And what I love perhaps the most about Lily Silk is that they're super, super affordable. And I know as somebody who talks about luxury a lot, the word affordable and luxury perhaps may seem incongruent to some, but I absolutely love the quality and the price points that you can get for real silk. And they've been covered in so many press releases, and it's for good reason. I do actually also have a discount code for 20% off. I will put the code down in the description bar and also on screen as well. This is a code that I will personally be using to buy from. That all being said, I will move now on to my next item, which is a piece of outerwear. This is a gilet from Ralph Lauren, or Lauren, depending from which part of the world you're from. And it's this beautiful brownie checkered print gilet with this belted detail, and you've got some side pockets that are hidden, as well as this beautiful, I think it's like goose or down filled lining as well. So very, very warm, but also super chic. It's very equestrian vibes, which I'm loving so much at the moment. Now, if I'm being honest, I used to be a gilet doubter. I was really skeptical around what the use of a gilet was. I just thought isn't it a little bit of an oxymoron to want to stay warm with a gilet when the arms are cut off? You know, what use is that really if you're shivering? And especially in the UK where it's most of the year, let's be honest, very, very cold and windy, I just thought, what is the point of having a gilet? Wouldn't you just rather go for a coat or a jacket or just go out with a jumper if it's not that warm? But my partner, there's this one gilet that he wears to death. It's basically surgically attached to him. And I often asked him jokingly, you know, like, why do you bother wearing that? Just wear a jacket. And he told me, no, this is like a really good way of staying warm without being overly warm and sweating. And so I had this in the back of my mind, such that one day I stumbled upon the Ralph Lauren website. They were having a site-wide sale. I think it was like 20 or 30%. And I saw this gilet, and given that I'm so into equestrian or just elegant, refined fashion anyway, I saw this, I loved how it was styled, I loved that it's a neutral and can be worn with anything, and you know, it was still quite cold when I bought it a few months ago, so I thought, why not gift it to myself for Christmas? It has been a godsend in my wardrobe, especially for this transitional winter to spring weather where it's too cold just to get a jumper on, but also it's too hot for a full coat moment. So it's really great for activities like dog walking where you might get progressively warmer. And also it's not super bulky, especially when you're using it for styling purposes, shall we say, for the fashion. It just looks really nice. It creates a really balanced outfit, if that at all makes sense. And I honestly also thought that this print would be kind of hard to style. I honestly thought I would get like a simpler, like block color gilet, but surprisingly for me, it's been really easy to style. I love wearing it with tops like what I'm wearing now, which is obviously like a natural and neutral color. I love all the details about it, the hardware, the cinched in waist, which has a lot of shape, the warmth of it, even the collar detail I think is so super chic. And honestly, the fact that it was on sale was even more of a bonus, right? Because your girl loves a discount. Now let's move on to our next luxury favorite. And what would a favorites video be without a handbag? Now, if you've been paying attention on my socials, you'll have seen this bag quite a lot because it's honestly my most used bag of the moment. And this is none other than my Chanel vintage Party Kelly. My God, isn't she a beauty? Every time I see her in person, and even on this viewfinder, she looks immaculate, and she is over 25 years old, I believe. That is crazy that a bag this old can look this good, and yet she does. She defies all logic. But honestly, I am in love. I have used her so much. Really surprising given that it's just a top handle bag that we've got here, and since I bought her as like a Christmas present from me to me, and you know, it was so risky getting it over from Japan, it was definitely well worth it. And the fact that she's a neutral bag as well makes her so versatile. She can be styled from day to night, formal to casual, and I do think that that's largely attributed not just to its color, but the fact that you have the option to add twilly scarves that change up the look. And because of that, you can also add little chains here as well. So I've actually had in the past a pearl chain that I can add to the twilly scarf, doesn't damage the bag, doesn't damage the scarf either. And that brings a whole world of options when it comes to styling. I get so many compliments on this bag whenever I go out because of how unique and also equally sought after this bag is. Even today, after many months since the reissued version was released by Chanel, I know I've had opinions in the past around vintage, and I still certainly stand by those in the sense of, you know, pre-loved or pre-owned items that really show their wear and tear. But for items, especially from Japan, which is the exception to my rule, I think a lot of people will agree, if it's in this immaculate, basically new condition, then who am I to say no, especially to an incredible deal. And she's so cute. I just cannot stop staring at her in the viewfinder. Now let's move on to our next luxury favorite, and this is an accessory from a brand that I've had a lot of vocal opinions about, but I cannot deny their leather goods are impeccable. It is none other than the Hermes Kelly belt. Now, of course, I have made numerous videos and been very vocal and not shy about sharing what I think about its also namesake bag, as well as just general other Birkin bait bags and items. But I must say, I give credit where credit is due on their leather goods craftsmanship. And ever since I bought this belt earlier last year, I have worn this non-stop. It is so versatile. I think it's largely attributed to its color, being a natural color, goes with a very nice neutral palette, which is a lot of my wardrobe, to be honest. I love belting it with dresses as well as with high-waisted trousers, even jeans, shorts, Bermuda shorts look impeccable. Sometimes an outfit doesn't look fully complete until it's cinched in with a belt, and I just love that this belt is a perfect neutral option that goes with everything. But not only that, I love that it doesn't have a logo, and you know, only the people who know will know, which in today's environment is something that I definitely do not take for granted. And I just love that you can pull it to widen, and then you can extend these two back to cinch, depending on if you're belting high-waisted or lower down for a cardigan or a dress or something. I will probably add more in the future, maybe just one more that's a reversible one, which I think is an amazing option, but highly recommend. And I think they are still affordable as it pertains to Hermes prices, especially if you can get it tax-free in a country that is EU or something like that, then you will get a great deal. I got mine in an airport. That's if you can find them, because I know that they're part of the Birkenbait stuff. But if you are lucky, especially after all this like lawsuit shenanigans, maybe you can get your hands on one. Now moving on to our next luxury favourite, and that is a timepiece. And of course, the astute amongst you will know that I'm wearing it because it is my favourite, and that is my Rolex watch. And honestly, I can see myself getting buried in this because I am not without this watch ever. It fits with every single outfit, every occasion. And I think the mixed hardware has a lot to do with that. Some people may say it's gaudy, but that is an opinion that not all of us share, because we're unique humans, and I really like how it looks, and that's what matters because it's my money. I don't baby this watch at all, but it has seen water, rain, wind, shine, everything, and it just looks impeccable. Rolexes are really hard to buy in store. It's almost impossible, and yet I did it, and so that's also why I'm so sentimental about it, that I wear it so often. When I got it maybe 2 years ago after my Cuba trip, which in itself provides lots of fond memories for me to look back on, I got it before several price increases. That's why I had to include this in the video, because it's a watch that you'll see on my socials that I wear all the time. Now let's pivot onto the footwear category for our next favourite. And actually, this is more so a brand of footwear as opposed to just one pair of shoes, but it's actually Vivaia shoes. Now, I've talked about Vivaia in previous videos. I'm sure you may have heard about them in the past as well, but for those of you who don't, they're quite similar to Lily Silk in that they are the sustainable and fashion forward take on footwear. I've done collaborations with them, of course, in the past, but I genuinely wear these items. They are awesome in terms of quality, price point, styles. I actually have 5 pairs of their shoes. I've got boots, I've got flats and mules and kitten heels. They are so versatile, they are so chic. They are also really low maintenance as well. Some of them are even waterproof, and of course they are incredibly affordable. Now, I don't have all of them in front of me because otherwise this video would be really long, but I want to show you 2 of my favorites, and these are the Serena kitten heels, and I've got them in the monochrome, and I've also got the natural nude pair, and these are the most comfortable shoes you will ever wear that have a heel on them. And I never ever considered myself to be someone who would get into kitten heels. I do like a higher heel, at least one that's walkable anyway, not a stiletto or anything like that. But I did always like the idea of having a kitten heel, especially with somebody who is always on the go. It's not always practical to wear heels, nor is it comfortable, but I couldn't find the right style that looked chic, that would go with all my outfits, until I stumbled upon these Vivaia pairs right here. They are so versatile, but so comfortable. It's like walking on a cloud. And that's just comments about these particular shoes themselves. Of course, I have many others. I'll throw out pictures of me styling them here because I do wear these shoes a lot, and they're so inexpensive for what you get. It's like an affordable luxury again that I wanted to mention in this video. And now on to the final luxury favourite of this video, and it's one that I'm sure some of you may say, Mel, that doesn't count, but I'm counting her as a luxury favourite because let's be honest, she's quite expensive in her price and in taste, and that is my Posky puppy, Pebbles. And honestly, with her princess behaviour, it would be rude of me not to put her in this video because she is a luxury purchase that has definitely topped all the rest. I wouldn't have it any other way because she is honestly a dream. She's just 9 months old at the time of filming. Honestly, I cannot believe how quickly time has passed us by. Oh, obviously training a puppy from scratch as a first-time dog owner is obviously a challenge, but we've loved seeing her learn and grow. And of course, what I love about her is not just her glaringly good looks, which of course wow everybody, certainly for me, you know, seeing her beautiful sable coat and her blue eyes. were honestly selling points in themselves to get her. Her personality is really, really coming through and we love seeing it. The sass, the diva behavior, but also her kind and loving personality. She's super sociable. She loves seeing new dogs, new people, new surroundings. She's such a sweet dog. And of course, she is absolutely stunning despite all this weird faces and behavior that she's pulling right now. Honestly, I cannot imagine my life without her. Apparently she can, because she wants to maybe escape. So I'll let you go off and have a little sniff. But I wanted to include her because while I do talk about other types of luxury items, these are just material things, but actually she is so unique, and I would trade her for all the luxuries in the world, because she, or just a dog, is a rare type of item or purchase, if you will, that you can pay money for but will give you back in tenfold. And I honestly cannot envision a life without her or without a dog. Actually, it makes me so upset to think that one day she will leave us, but that's why myself and my partner have dedicated our time to making sure she gets the most out of her life. And she's a traveling dog now. She's got a passport as well, which is really, really cool. And she's really, really a happy dog. Some of you out there who follow her Instagram, which is at Pebbles the Pomsky, will have seen some of her shenanigans, and honestly, she's so meme worthy. I love managing her account. I think with all that being said, that concludes all of my favourites so far for 2024. So I would love to know what your favourites are, not just from this video, but also for yourself. I will also be sure to put discount codes and links below so you can check them out if you do so wish. And you can also let me know down in the comments below if you like these kind of luxury favourites videos, and I'll be sure to do more in the future. But that is everything I wanted to cover in today's video. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one.